Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So Nicki Minaj continues to dominate the charts. So Nicki Minaj and the Queen Lauryn have the longest running #1 debut by female rap song in the top 10 on the Hot 100. Super Freaky Girl was in the top 10 for 11 weeks. And doo-wop was in the top 10 for 11 weeks, okay? Now, a lot of people are talking about this because Megan Thee Stallion's, his was only in the top 10 and top 5 for 1 week. But she did debut at #1. Not only that, Nicki now ties Queen Bee as the second female artist with the most #1 hits on the PÄY0ŁÄ board's Rhythmic Airplay chart. Okay, so congratulations to Nicki and Queen Bee. And speaking of Queen Bee and Nicki, a lot of fans feel like Queen Bee is shading Nicki Minaj because in the Rising commercial, she mentions Barbie, and she's dressed up as Barbie because the Barbie film came out last year. And Nicki Minaj has reference Barbie as in her and Queen Bee when she was wishing Queen Bee happy birthday. So some fans do feel like Queen Bee is throwing shade at Nicki Minaj. I don't feel like she is though, because the Barbie film was really popular last year and she was dressed up as a Barbie. I don't see how that can really correlate to Nicki Minaj. Even though Nicki has the Barbie aesthetic, she was talking about the Barbie film, okay? That's what she was referencing. She wasn't really referencing Nicki Minaj. I think, some fans just don't like Queen Bee, which is fine. And so they're just going to use this as an opportunity to say that, Queen Bee was shading Nicki Minaj. But, the person that's really doing a lot of the shading is Camel Face. Okay, but Verizon wrote that for Queen Bee. It's not like she came with that tagline. Verizon wrote that, okay? So it wasn't like she wrote it herself and came up with the diss. Camel Face is the person that's stopping Nicki Minaj and Queen Bee from working with each other again. Okay, that's why they haven't done another collaboration, because Camel Face is in Queen Bee's ear. But Queen Bee is never really too vocal about shading people publicly. She's never been that girl. She hasn't shaded Riri. She don't like Riri. She don't shade her. She didn't really come for Khalees when Khalees was dragging her. Or she has never came for Azalea Stanks or did dishes towards Azalea Stanks when she be dragging her. Queen Bee don't move like that. She moved more behind the scenes. She don't really throw disses and records. She did that one record, Bow Down, but that's about it. I mean, that record is so hard. She threw a lot of bars in there. Not really. She didn't even write that record. No shade. Now, speaking of, collaborations, a lot of fans are speculating that Megan could possibly be on Act 2 because fans believe Queen Bee is paying homage to Texas. She is putting out a country album. And she did bring out Megan Thee Stallion during the Renaissance tour. Okay, so let me know if you guys would be here for a part 2 collaboration with Megan and Queen Bee. I feel like Camel Face would be 100% behind that. If they do another collaboration, that's Camel Face trying to get Megan Thee Stallion another hit, another top 10. Because I don't know if Megan can get a solo top 10 without using Nicki Minaj, Criminal B, or Queen Bee. And I don't believe that Megan Thee Stallion would sound good on a country record. Okay, this is supposed to be a country album. I think that maybe if it's hip-hop country, like what Lil Nas X did with Billy Ray Cyrus, possibly. But I don't think if it's strictly country, I really don't think that Megan Thee Stallion will sound good on it. I mean, all she talk about is her coochie records. No shade. Like, Queen Bee makes a little bit more meaningful music, in my opinion. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on from that, Doja Cat's Agora Hills has now spent 20 weeks charting on the PÄY0ŁÄ Hot 100, 5 weeks in the top 10. This is her 8th solo song to do so, the most by any female rapper. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I love Doja, I love Agora Hills, but this is not a rap record. And I don't think that Doja Cat should really be in the rap categories. I think Doja Cat should be taken out of the rap categories, in my opinion. Especially if you're going to put out songs like Agora Hills and The Town Is Dead, because these are pop hip-hop records. They're not strictly hip-hop. And notice, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but in the Scammies 2024, she was in the rap category. She was in the melodic rap and rap categories in the Scammies, and she lost because the industry don't see Doja Cat as a rapper. No shade, even though she do rap, is like pop rap. Okay, so she's not really considered a rapper in the industry. That's why her only Grammy is for a pop category. Best Pop Duo with SZA for Kiss Me More. No shade to Doja Cat, but she's not really a rapper. You do pop, hip-hop music. No shade. Now, here comes Criminal B's PÄY0ŁÄ Awards. So, Double XL put out, the list of awards for the People's Champ. They got Cardi B for whatever reason. How are you the People's Champ? You haven't done anything to be the People's Champ. They got 50 Cent on here. I don't know how he's on there either. Then Criminal B was nominated for Song of the Year with Put It in the Trash featuring Scratch Off. How is that possible? I mean, that is just weird considering that Put It in the Trash did not do as well as Barbie or as First Shooter or F You Mean. Those records were all top 5 on the Hot 100. And then she was also nominated for Video of the Year with Bozos. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about that. I think these are nominations that Cardi B doesn't deserve because it wasn't a hot year for Criminal B. I definitely think that Criminal B and her team are buying nominations and awards. Bozos, it had a good music video, but it didn't do that great. And also Put It in the Trash was definitely not Song of the Year. So they're clearly trying to still give Criminal B these PÄY0ŁÄ awards, but nobody's really buying it. Okay, everybody knows she's not as hot as she used to be. Moving on to Scratch Off. Scratch Off is clearly scared to say Nicki Minaj's name. She was in an interview. They asked her top 5 female rappers, and she didn't want to mention Nicki, but technically she also didn't mention Criminal B. Let's take a listen.
Favorites. I love Flo Milli. Flo Milli hard.
Shout out to Flo.
Fuck. I love Mellow Bucks. She from Chicago.
Yeah, I know.
She sweeping shit. Flo Milli, Mellow, Megan. Love Megan. I'm trying not to be too predictable with it though. Who I be listening to? Let me try to look on my. Can I cheat real quick?
Yeah, you could cheat.
Go ahead and cheat.
Yeah, I mean, you could cheat.
Oh my God! Let me do it for the A real quick.
Yeah.
Lanicia and Caribou.
Okay.
And I just put them in the Sunday service video too.
Yeah.
I asked them to pull up, and they did.
That's love.
Yeah, them my top 5.
Y'all
I think.
Now, some people were upset that she didn't mention Nicki Minaj, but technically, she is beefing with Nicki Minaj, so I can see why she didn't mention her. But it would have been an honest, answer, because I just don't believe that she has a bunch of Megan Thee Stallion in her playlist and you don't got Nicki Minaj. I just don't believe that. Because Megan hasn't had a hit in years. Piss don't count. That's not a hit. It's falling down the charts. She hasn't had a Savage or a WAP or a Crybaby in years. So I really don't think Megan is really in your playlist like that. And I think she didn't want to look like she was kissing up to Criminal B. So that's why she didn't mention Criminal B either. Plus, Criminal B hasn't really put out any hits either. When you think about it, Criminal B got one album from 2017. So why would she mention her and she hasn't had a hot single out in years? Put It in the Trash is technically Scratch Off's record. And since she already got her collaboration from Cardi B, she's not going to kiss up to her anymore. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to Queen B. So Queen B's Texas Hold'em debuts at number 4 on the global PÄY0ŁÄ chart with 4.3 million streams. The top new entry, okay? So let me know if you guys think that Queen B can go number 1, okay? Because that's pretty good for a surprise drop. Not only that, a lot of fans are speculating that Queen B could be hinting that she will be doing a collaboration with Ariana, because in Queen B's Verizon commercial, she had the Why Not Ari username on the star's Twitch and Grande's signature cat ears, okay, the headphones. And then on top of that, there was a message on the Verizon commercial when she did the Twitch portion of the commercial that said, "It's the headphones for me." So, you know, some fans are feeling like she can possibly do an Ariana collaboration. I feel like Ariana could clearly, no shade to Queen B, but I think Ariana could out-sing Queen B. I don't think Queen B likes competition like that. Don't y'all feel like Queen Ari could definitely out-sing Queen B? And when does Ariana ever do country? She never does that. Okay, not saying that she couldn't, but I don't know how she would sound on a country album. I don't know about that. That sounds a little bit weird. Okay, now if it was like an R&B or gospel song, I can definitely see it, but it might sound a little bit weird for her to do a country album and then put Ariana on the song. Not only that, Queen B was officially the most talked about person during the Super Bowl on Twitter and X with more than 2 million posts. See, like I said yesterday, she stole the shine from Usher. She did. Okay, how comes Usher didn't get 2 million posts for his performance? Okay, sweating like a pig, humping on Alicia Keys. He didn't get 2 million posts. Like I said before, Queen B stole the shine from Usher. She did. After she announced that she was dropping an album and she dropped those 2 singles, she ended up going number 1. Usher, his songs were number 1 on iTunes, and now they're no longer number 1. And then on top of that, you know, he just put out an album. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about Queen B and the Chärtš Races now, competing for the Scammies of 2025. I mean, that's messed up. No shade of Queen B, but I know she be sabotaging a lot of black artists. She's doing it with Walmart Beyonce and Preggers or Baby Mama. I mean, they can't even drop now because Queen B's out. So, sabotaging. But speaking of Usher, Usher's halftime performance at the Super Bowl drew in 30.1 million households, more than a hugely popular Dr. Dre halftime show in 2022 and Rihanna's in 2023. Well, I can understand why that happened. First of all, no shade to Dr. Dre. He's irrelevant right now musically. No shade. An icon, but irrelevant. And Rihanna don't have no new music out. She popped out pregnant, wobbling around the field. I mean, of course, people weren't going to be in tune to that. You know, Usher, at least, he still puts out music. And, you know, he just went on tour. Rihanna and Dr. Dre did not do that. Okay, so I can understand why, you know, he had more views. Now, moving on from that, it looks like there could be some trouble in Baby Mama Paradise. So, Doodoo Garbage liked an interesting tweet that a lot of the Halle Bailey fans are not too happy about. The tweet states, "Men care about the upbringing of children more than women do," which is false. Okay, I definitely don't believe that, because a lot of men, especially black men, you know, create baby mamas in broken homes. Okay, Doodoo Garbage. So definitely don't believe that. But it looks like that is subliminal shade towards Halle, because him and Halle just had a child. Okay, so that's very interesting timing to like a post like that. But a lot of fans are speculating he could be upset that Halle and Chloe went to the Super Bowl, he had to watch, Halo at home. So, I don't really think it's too much of a big deal. And even if there's trouble in Baby Mama Paradise, I don't feel bad for Holly. She was warned by the fans, by the general public, that it wasn't a good decision to get wrapped around a YouTube rapper who doesn't really have much going on for himself other than posting content of you and your baby. I mean, his rap career's in the toilet. No shade. Hasn't had a hit since when? Has he even had a hit? So I don't really feel bad for Prager. She's getting what she deserves. Okay? You want her to be a baby mama? That's how you're going to get treated. So it is what it is. Now, moving on to SZA. SZA's SOS becomes the first album by a Black female artist to spend over a full year in the top 10 on the PÄY0ŁÄ 200 album chart. And I believe Snooze is top 5 on the PÄY0ŁÄ Hot 100. And this is why SZA deserved to win Album of the Year. This is why. Okay? No shade to the Tribe Obsessed Racist, but she did not have the impact that SZA had with her album. She didn't have a Snooze or a Kill Bill, to be quite honest. No shade. And then on top of that, SZA makes more mature music, in my opinion, than the Tribe Obsessed Racist. Tribe Obsessed Racist making music for 13-year-olds. No shade. Now, last and definitely least, unfortunately, I have to give Donkey of the Day to Shaq. Okay? Now, Ice Spice, she went to the Super Bowl with the Tribe Obsessed Racist, as we already know. And, she was hanging out with Shaq, I guess, at one moment during the Super Bowl. And he took a picture with Ice Spice, and he captioned the picture and said, "Ice Spice is so damn fine, thanks to the Tribe Obsessed Racist." Now, Shaq, you damn near 50, and you probably have kids older than Ice Spice. Okay, no shade. I think he got 1 or 2 children that are older than Ice Spice. You too damn old to be lusting after a 21 or 22-year-old. Okay? That's very weird, Shaq. You too big and too old for that. So I'm going to have to give you Donkey of the Day. Because at the end of the day, you need to find a woman your own age. That's why you can't keep a woman now. You haven't had a serious relationship since what, Shawnee? So, to be quite honest, this is an L. At least get a woman in her 30s or something like that. I mean, this is just corny behavior. Hopefully he joking, but I just thought it was a little bit weird. So, unfortunately, Shaq, you an OG, but I have to give you Donkey of the Day for that because that was creepy and weird. But anyway, guys, I'm hot. T on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.